Happy Canada Day to all of my fellow knuckleheads. It's me, Andrew Fantasia. Hello and welcome back to Digital Charcuterie for another of our holly jolly holiday Marvel United gameplay videos. And that is so much of a tongue twister that I am never going to say those words in that order ever again. But welcome back, everyone. To those who don't know, who are just joining us, every month we're doing a holiday-themed Marvel United gameplay video just to have some fun and enjoy this beautiful game in all kinds of unique and stellar different ways, because that's the beauty of Marvel United, right? It's so malleable. It's like a big chunk of multicolored Play-Doh that you can just will into different shapes depending on what mood you're in. And today I'm in the mood to be patriotic because it is July 1st. That is Canada Day. It's basically like our Independence Day for those watching in the United States. It's our version of that. And to celebrate Canada Day, I thought, well, why not go as Canadian as we possibly can? We are going to have my friends Alpha Flight battling Dakin, Wolverine's kind of evil, kind of good son, Dakin, who is Canadian, but also he's kind of angry and he has claws. So he's like a Canadian who hasn't had their Tim Hortons yet. And for those of you up here in the Great White North, you know exactly what that means. We are using these three members of Alpha Flight today, brother and sister team, Aurora and North Star, as well as Guardian, the sometimes leader of Alpha Flight, because come on, you don't get much more Canadian than that. Look at this guy. So that is the team we're rolling with today. We are also doing a little special thing where we are using the Alpha Flight team deck. That means that there are no double wilds in the decks. I have taken them all out because you have to for the team deck. If you've not played with the team decks, the way it works is you have a hand of 6 cards, and they are set out like this, where you have 2 cards always in the team dashboard, essentially, that you can choose from. Instead of drawing a card for your hero deck, you can play one of these instead. However, the deck does contain a black card, which is a negative effect, and once you draw that, it messes you up. So there's always a risk, because every team has a weakness, which is what I love about these team cards. So right now, we don't have the black card out, so we're okay. So at any point in the game, instead of drawing a card, I can choose to play one of these, but then I have to draw another card and replace that in the dashboard, which means that odds of us getting the black card become higher and higher. As I said, we're facing Dakin, Wolverine's son, and I've mentioned on this channel before, I don't know if that's really how you pronounce his name because I've never heard it spoken out loud. Maybe it's pronounced Dakin, maybe it's pronounced Dakin, I don't know. I'm saying Dakin because it rhymes with bacon, and every good Canadian loves a good bacon, so much so that we have our own brand of bacon. But here's what Dakin does. First of all, for the setup, we have to put his healing factor card on top there. Then we have to shuffle his hero deck and keep it face down nearby. That's why you have these 2 decks here. There's his villain deck. There's his hero deck. Okay. Then we assign the hunted token to the hero with the most punches at the bottom of their cards in their hero deck. And if there was a tie, we could choose. Well, as you can see way over there, see that? That's the hunted token, and it belongs to Guardian. These are not a very punch-heavy group of people. In fact, they're quite pacifistic because they're Canadian. But Dakin had the most punches in his deck, so he is the hunted hero. And now we have to place the villain tracker on the 3 of the challenge track. So, well, we'll do that in a second. So that's where we have to put the villain tracker. But here is how Dakin works. He's a complicated fella. A hero in the same location as Dakin can challenge him once during their action phase. So for the challenge, you reveal the top 3 cards of Dakin's hero deck. Then the hero reveals their hand, and whoever has the most punches at the bottom of their revealed cards wins the challenge and moves the challenge tracker 1 space to their side. Dakin has his side, the heroes have their side. And I double-checked this in the rules. I double-checked this in the Facebook group as well. Wilds do not count as punch symbols. So if there's a wild, that doesn't count. What else? In case of a tie, Dakin wins. Boo! And we put Dakin's cards at the bottom of his hero deck when we're done. When a hero is KO'd, Dakin doesn't activate his BAM. Instead, move the challenge tracker 1 space to his side and shuffle Dakin's hero deck. So essentially, it's like a tug of war. We want to get the tracker to keep the tracker on the hero's side, but if it ever gets the Dakin side, we lose. When he bams, he's going to challenge one hero in his location. It has to be the hunted hero, if present. And then after the challenge, you deal 2 damage to 1 hero in Dakin's location. So he does a lot of damage. And then overflow means you bring 1 random cleared threat into play in the first clockwise location without a threat, if possible. And his threats, he only has 2 kinds of threats, but they're both pretty nasty. The first one is this Master Tactician threat, which is also hard to say. And it says, if he's involved in a challenge while in this location, Dakin reveals 1 extra card from the top of his hero deck. So instead of drawing 3 cards, he's going to draw 4. That means challenging him when he's standing there ain't going to be pretty. And then these ones are also mean, burning the world. When he lands on these, he deals 1 damage to 1 hero in this and each adjacent location. And it just so happens the way I shuffled these threat cards and handed them out, we have one of these burning the worlds in every other location, which means that that's not good for us. That spread means he's going to be hurting us a lot. So this isn't looking well for our heroes already, and that was literally just the setup. But we'll see what happens. Maybe we'll pull through and have some of that Canadian luck on our side. So I'm just going to, I made that up, by the way. Canadian luck is not a real thing. Trust me, I know. I'm going to put his health there, and I'm going to put the tracker on 3, as is required. And we are ready to get this show on the road, eh? There you go. There's the only time I'm going to say A for all you fans out there. You're welcome. By the way, if there's any home brewers out there, I have a challenge for you. I want a home brewer to make some locations that are Canadian locations. So let's get a Toronto. Let's get, I guess we can get a Vancouver. Let's get something along the lines of a Tim Hortons, some Canadian wilderness, some of the territories. Let's go all out. I want to see some real thematic Canadian locations so that Alpha Flight has a place to hang out. All right. Here we go. We got to start with Dakin's Master Playing card. And it is, as long as this card is face up in the storyline, Dakin recovers 1 health at the start of each villain turn, but he can't go above starting value. Yikes. Okay. So he's recovering 1 health at the start of each villain turn. That's bad. And he's putting thugs down. That's bad too. So I've mentioned before in my gameplay videos that I like to have some thematic headcanon for the thugs, depending on who I'm fighting. So when I'm fighting the Brood Queen, I like to pretend that the thugs are just a bunch of alien bugs. And when I'm fighting Silver Samurai, I pretend the thugs are ninja. So for Dakin, I'm going to pretend the thugs are evil gangsters with hockey sticks, because it's a very Canadian thing we have going on here. Just like there's a baseball Furies team in the movie The Warriors, and by team I mean gang. There's a gang that's all baseball related. I'm going to pretend it's like that, but with hockey instead of baseball, because that really just sets the dramatic tone here. Okay, so he's healing at the end of every one of his turns. That's fantastic. Now it's time to see what Alpha Flight's going to do. We want to get these threats out of the way, because these are mean threats. And Guardian has to draw a card. I'm not going to play any Alpha Flight card right now. I think we're going to do this. We're going to go move and punch. All right. And Guardian is going to move to the hangar bay, and he's going to do a punch there, just to get some progress going on those threats. All right, North Star has a starting hand card that says Flight. As long as this card is face up in the storyline, when you perform move actions, you may bring another hero in your location with you. That could be very handy. Okay. So let's do this. Concussive Blast. I'm not going to play Flight yet. And Punch, split as I like in my and adjacent locations. So he's going pew pew and he's shooting all over the place. So what we're going to do here, we got 2 moves, a punch, and then 2 other punches that are special. So I'm going to use this first move to get myself a move token. Where are they? Here they are. And put it right here. Then I'm going to use Guardian's move to move to where Guardian is. And I'm going to use Guardian's punch to punch this thug. And then Concussive Blast, punch in adjacent locations to punch those 2 thugs. And we've got ourselves a nice little spread of thugs who are not around anymore. And last but not least, Aurora. What is Aurora's starting hand card? Oh, she has 2. Whoa, and I'm dropping them. That's how excited I am. So her first starting hand card is Gestalt Photokinesis. As long as this card is face up in the storyline, each time you enter a location during another hero's turn, you may immediately star or punch there. Very handy. That goes very, very well with North Star. And then her other one, projectile speed. As long as this card is face up in the storyline, if you entered 2 or more different locations during your turn, at the end of your turn, you may star or punch in your location. Okay. Wow. Both of these are very good. I think, though, if I play projectile speed this turn, that means I can actually get stuff done. So as long as it's face up, if I entered 2 or more different locations during my turn, I may heroic or punch in my location. So that's what I'm going to do, because I have 2 moves. So I'm going to take Aurora, and I'm going to go 1, 2. There we go. So because I entered 2 different locations, I can either heroic or punch. So I'm going to heroic by putting that there. And that's it. So this is going to be tricky because, as you can see already, this team is not a punch-heavy team. North Star had that special ability, but they're probably not the best group to go up against Dakin. So we'll see what happens. But I'm already like terrified for my life. So Dakin, what do you got going on, mister? You and your ripped khakis? 5 and a bam. Oh boy. Okay, so he's going right to Aurora. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Bam. So he's challenging Aurora, which means 1 hero in his location has to challenge him, and then he deals 2 damage to her. So when we challenge, we have to reveal the top 3 cards of his hero deck, and then the hero reveals their hand. So here we go. 1. Oh, he's got a double wild. 2 and 3. He has 2 punches at the bottom of his revealed cards. Can she top that? No, she only has 1 punch in her cards, which means Dakin wins that challenge. So first we're going to put those at the bottom of his deck. And he wins that challenge, which means the cube goes one side to him. And then he does 2 damage to her. Actually, I just remembered he's supposed to reveal an extra card, so he would absolutely win that challenge anyway. But it's not like that made a difference. She still loses. Okay, so she's going to get 2 cards out of her hand. I want to keep this because it comes in really handy with North Star. So I'm going to lose the other cards, unfortunately. All right. And now Dakin is putting thugs down. One, 2 there. 1 in Weapon X. And 1 in the Hangar Bay. Wow. Not off to a great start. Okay, before I draw a card, let's see here. What do the Alpha Flight cards give us, and is it better off to do this? Okay, you know what? I am going to play Team Coordination. Choose 1 hero. I'm going to choose Aurora. They may search their deck for any card and put it at the top after shuffling it. So she's going to search her deck for any card. Let's see what she's got. That's Special Weshel. Put it on top. There we go. We can ignore an effect that would force you to discard. That's handy. But no, you know what? I'm going to just get this card for now, because that's a good card to have. I'm going to shuffle her deck, just so that I know on her turn she's going to draw something nice. Okay. So he gets to move and wild. So he's going to do just that. He's going to move, and he's going to wild. Well, you know what? Instead of spending the wild on that punch, because these moves are hard to get, we're going to use that wild to get the move. Just like that. All right. So now that his turn is over, I have to redraw another Alpha Flight card, which we can't see. Sorry, I'm going to try to move those. There we go. So we have, oh, I still can't see it. Okay. Well, the Alpha Flight cards I can't really get in frame, but I'm going to draw a second one. And let's see, is it the black card? It is not. So we're okay for now. That's what we have to choose. Another hero may immediately punch in their location. You may give 1 of your actions to continue. Okay. So I'm not going to use any of those right now. Right now I'm going to draw for North Star. And North Star, I'm going to play his flight card. just because that's going to go well with Aurora. So let's do that right now. He's going to move, and for Wild, he's going to punch a thug. Okay. And now Aurora's turn. There we go. She's still hurt. See, now playing this would help put her in tandem with North Star. But if I play this, I don't really get to do anything on my turn. Oh, actually, I kind of do. Because I can end my turn and do a thing. Okay, so that's what I'll do. I'll play Gestalt Pyrokinesis. Sorry, Gestalt Photokinesis. So that means now that anytime North Star moves her with him, because she'd be moving during another hero's turn, she can immediately star and punch there. So I have 2 moves with her. I'm going to use those 2 moves to go 1. Actually, no, I'm not going to go that way. I'm going to go 1, 2. And because of this, I can immediately star and punch there because I moved 2 locations. So I'm just going to rescue that civilian. There we go. All right. Taken. So we've set up for some hopefully good synergy between Alpha Flight. Now it's Dakin's turn, and he's going to move 1, and bam. All right, and that's bad because he's landing on a Burning the World space. So, boom. So first he deals 1 damage to everybody because it's 1 damage to people here and adjacent. So he's knocking out Aurora, which sucks. And because she's KO'd, he doesn't activate his BAM. Instead, we move the tracker there. Ugh. And then, let's see, North Star. Okay, well, we want to keep punches in our hand because of his challenge thing. So let's get rid of this double move, just to be safe. And Guardian. We're going to get rid of leadership. We're going to get rid of leadership. It's a tough call. Guardian had a pretty decent hand there. All right. There's nobody in his location, though, so he's not challenging anybody. But he has to put 2 thugs down, and he can't, which means he would put a threat card back. Luckily, we haven't cleared any threats yet, so it's a good thing we haven't. And then he's putting thugs down everywhere. 1 here, and 1 here. And that's Dakin's turn. Wow. Okay. All right. Guardian. Will I use Alpha Flight? Not yet. Because she's knocked out, so I can't use that power on her. No. All right. What's he going to do? Well, this is kind of handy. Okay, let's go with electromagnetic beams. But do we want to waste his only punch card? Yeah, because those spaces are filling up. So let's go with electromagnetic beams. So he can punch, and then he can punch against up to 2 different targets in his location. So he's going to use that move to move here. He's going to use the punch at the bottom of his card to punch on the threat here. And then another punch up to 2 different targets. Boom, boom. 2 thugs out of the way. Okay. North Star now. What does he get? Okay, North Star is in a good spot to punch people. And a good spot to duel, kind of. So, what if we take North Star and just play a move and a punch? This is tricky, man. This is tricky. Okay, hold on. No. The Alpha Flight cards are good, but they only really benefit her right now, and I can't do anything with her. So we've got 2 punches and a move. We're going to punch this thug. We're going to move. And I don't want to punch that thug yet because we're already really close to securing this. I feel like I'm doing this so wrong, but no, that's all I can do. Okay, time to draw up for Aurora now. She's back. She's okay. All right. What has she got? Hard to catch. Until the end of the next villain turn, ignore any effect that would force you to discard action tokens. Or okay, well, nobody's getting action tokens here. Oh, there we go. There's some tokens. Alpha Flight. Gain 1 move or 1 star token for each face-up Alpha Flight card in the storyline. So far, it would only be that. So maybe this is not the best time to play that card. But, I think we're going to do this. So, Aurora has a double move. We're going to play that. We're going to use one of those moves to put a move token down here. Then we're going to use, so let's say we used that move. There's a punch there. Okay. So we'll use a second move to go here and put that punch down on this. And we'll use the final move to go here. And because we moved 2 spaces into 2 different locations, we can do a free punch or star action. And I'm going to go ahead and put that star down there. All right. So we're spreading a lot of love out to these threats, because if I can get a bunch of threats at once, that would be golden. But we'll see what happens. Dakin's probably going to win because he's dangerously close there. Okay. Move to the location with the hunted hero, and bam. Bam. Okay, so he moves all the way around. He's dealing damage to everybody first. So everybody here is taking a damage. Well, Guardian's going to take that damage. And Puck, North Star, not Puck, is going to take this damage. Now Guardian's going to oh, this is bad. Because Guardian's going to get challenged by Dakin. And Dakin is definitely going to have more punches than Guardian has right now. So this might be the shortest gameplay in history, folks. So we got to draw 3 cards and hope none of them have punches. There's 1. There's 2. Am I really that lucky? Yes! We're okay because those don't count as punches. Ah, okay. We're safe. Oh, but wait, it's still a tie. And on ties, Dakin still wins. So, oof. Wow. That is definitely the shortest gameplay I've ever done in one of these things. He is a tough villain. And I feel like we barely got to scratch the surface of what Alpha Flight could do as a team, right? I was so scared of getting that black card. And it wasn't even next. Yeah. And that black card's not even that bad. But I didn't get to take advantage of any of their cards, their synergy. It really just, that loss just crept right up on us. And they don't have a lot of punches, none of these people. So this was definitely the wrong choice to get all these pacifistic Canadians to go up against this one very violent Canadian. But you know what? I'm proud to be a pacifist, and I'm proud to be Canadian, and I'm proud to see my friends in Alpha Flight get their due, even though they didn't emerge victorious at all. But such is life. Well, Dakin, you certainly threw us for a loop. We barely got anything off the ground with him. Wow. This Canada Day is off to a rocky start, but thankfully, there's always next time. Folks, that'll do it for this gameplay episode of Marvel United here on Digital Charcuterie. Thank you so much for watching. Next month is August, and August is kind of crazy because there's not really a whole lot of holidays there. So stay tuned. We might do something a little bit special for the month of August. I will see you all here next time, though, as we continue to make the wait for DC Superheroes United, please come out, a little bit shorter and a whole lot sweeter. See you next time.